What's up, y'all? It's the Blanco sisters. Welcome back to our channel. So today we have a video that I told you guys that we were going to film, and we finally have a chance to film it.
Yes, we haven't filmed in such a long time.
I filmed like not too long ago. You didn't film. She wasn't in the video, but Briseida will be reacting to this changed my life video. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it on my phone. So Briseida did tell me that she watched it. What's up, y'all? It's the Blanco sisters. As you guys can obviously tell, Briseida is not here with me. And where we but today is just gonna be. So I was not like a religious person at all. Growing up, we went to these meetings.
True.
I remember when I was like a little girl, I was 7. As you guys know, my Instagram. Let's start there. So I had an Instagram.
Let's start there.
You guys know the kind of pictures that I would take.
Yes, we know the pictures that you would take.
It was very revealing. I had
extremely revealing.
And it's so funny because you would always tell me.
I would always tell her, like, how are you posting like that picture? You would like be on like your workout like clothes, and I would be like, whoa. I remember like sometimes you would take like pictures where like the shorts were like so low, and I would be like, oh my god.
What do you mean low?
Like low as in like
oh low. Yeah. Oh my god. That's and so
I would
embarrassing.
be like, oh my god, like how are you putting that out there for other people to see? Like, and I would tell her, and my older sister would tell her.
Yeah.
It was a lot. Even for me, it was like, whoa.
A lot of pictures like showing too much skin. It was just too much. Honestly, it was too much, because I look at some pictures and I was like, wow, like I can't believe I would post this. So I've learned that you do not need to be showing so much skin.
Yeah.
We need to be dressing like, you know, we don't need to be showing so much skin. And this is something my mom would always tell me, but you know, you kind of go your own path and you kind of like, yeah mom, like whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Like I agree with you on that. Like, you really don't need to be showing skin, and that goes like for everybody. Like, I feel like nowadays people, especially girls, they're more like pressured in a way. I want to say like pressured or influenced to be showing skin just because of social media, what they see on a everyday basis. So you don't need to be showing a lot of skin, because one, it makes people not even want to like respect you like right off the bat. And I used to say too, like, oh well, I can dress however I want, and people should still like have that respect. I think it's just better when you're dressed conservative and respect yourself.
And I ended up switching my whole wardrobe.
Yes. I do remember that day when one day I just like walk in her room and I was like, whoa, like you were just cleaning out everything. I think like she was cleaning out her closet, and then she's like, oh yeah, like I'm just getting rid of like all of my clothes, because again, like her clothes was very revealing to the point where like you would see some nips, and it was just super revealing. After she started getting like the Bible study, she was like, oh okay, like I'm gonna get rid of all my clothes. So she actually went along and actually like did what she said that she was gonna do. She started going to the thrift store, and she said, oh, I'm going to go and like buy some dresses. I want to buy like dresses. So then she went. I didn't go with you, huh? You went like on your own, I think. And she came back, and like I had seen in your room how you had like just all these like new clothes and like these dresses, and I was like, oh my god, like that's so different, because I had only seen like crop tops and like literally the tiniest like clothes ever. And I think even my dad, like once he was like, oh, did you get that half off or something? He's like, it's like only
I think
half a shirt.
He was saying that to you, not to me.
Well, I would still wear crop tops, but I wasn't as revealing as she was. I would wear like crop tops and like stuff like that, but I feel like you were more revealing, especially with like social media. She went to the thrift store and then she started getting like all of these dresses, and I was like, oh, like what? Like that's so different of her, you know? But yeah, you actually pulled through, and she influenced me to get even more conservative because, like I said, like yeah, I would still wear crop tops and you know, stuff like that, but now I'm like, I don't think I would like go out in a crop top, or I don't know, I just want to, she influenced me to be more conservative and just more like classy with who I am, like as a whole person. I feel like you're more classy with what you wear.
For sure.
And elegant with what you wear. So she learned how to keep some things private and some things like public, which I'm still learning, like because I still have my Instagram. And yeah, I feel like some things like we do need to like learn how to keep private and public. But I feel like you just getting rid of all your Instagram, you were just like, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm out of this matrix.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said, and that's why I feel like I'm so happy without it.
And I've even thought about deleting mine too, but then I think about it and then I'm like, well, I can use it a good, like because I'm like so peaceful. Like, I mean, it's good to like show other people like you don't need to be just how everybody else is, you know, like you can build your own path and you can be your own person. You don't need to follow what everybody else is doing. Actually, she influenced me to start going, like to start getting my spiritual awakening. So I'm even in the process of my spiritual awakening. I always knew I needed to connect to God, but I never really, like I knew, but I was like about it because I wasn't ready to fully commit to getting to know God and getting to know myself even more. But I feel like after seeing her get really committed to it and taking the Bible studies and going to like the meeting, just actually seeing her like put it into practice, I was like, wow. And then her and my older sister would go to the meetings on Saturdays, and they would just be all put together. I knew I should have been going, but I was like because again, I wasn't ready. So I remember that day they left, and then I felt guilty because I was like, I should be there too. So I just like asked my brother, I was like, let's go to the gym. And so we went to the gym, and that was just like a way of me like kind of like getting my mind off of the guilt that I was feeling. So I went to the gym. I really thought about it, and I was like, the gym makes me feel really good, and I'm doing something really good for myself, but I need to keep going and get even more into wanting to do more for myself. I was like, the gym makes me feel amazing. What more can I do to give me this amazing feeling? So that was like my like little wake-up call. Yeah, like, and then now I'm in like, I have my spiritual awakening, and I am going through my spiritual awakening. Actually seeing her do it and going through with it made it that much easier for me. And I was just like, okay, like, and I really want to do this. And now like me, her, and my older sister, like we go to the meetings now. And yeah, I don't know if you want to add.
And I honestly always wanted that for Briseida. I wanted her to see me doing this, so eventually she would come with me to these meetings. But I knew I just couldn't just tell her. I knew that I needed to show her, like, look, I'm doing this, and you know how my life was before, and you can do it too. And I would tell her everything that I would learn. I would come home and I would tell her. And I just knew she wasn't ready, and I was like fine with it, because I know when you're not ready, you're not ready. Because
I was like, sorry, but like in the way that she's like I wasn't ready is like I was still hanging out with my friends, like calling them or like trying to do stuff with them, and you know, doing stuff that wasn't good for my growth. Like I wasn't doing anything for personal growth. And so that's what we mean by I wasn't ready. Like I was still focused on my friends and just not really focusing on me. Like yeah, I was still going to like the gym, and you know, I was still going to school and work, but toxic friends, like at the end of the day, they still have an impact on you. That's what we mean, like I wasn't ready.
So eventually I did want her to come. So the fact that I would keep going, and sometimes, guys, it was hard for me, especially when I first started going just by myself, even though I had the lady that comes with me have the Bible studies, but it's not the same. It's a room full of strangers, and I just like, they make me feel so welcome. But there's nothing better than having your two sisters come with you, and it's I feel much better when they come along with me and we get to learn the same thing together. We come back home and we get to like reflect on it and meditate on it, and it's really good. And I feel so happy that Briseida is coming along in this journey, and then that's why I feel like I talk about it. I'm more open about it, because who knows, somebody out there might need to hear this, or this is the sign that you're waiting for in order to change.
I knew that I needed to connect with God, but I was just like brushing it and putting it to the side. So actually seeing her was like that, like, oh, okay, like I actually need to take initiative and actually do something about it, not just say or not just think about it, like actually do something about it. And now it's like us three, like we go, and like she said, like we talk about it. We're like on the way back home, like on the car ride, and we're talking about what we learned, and we're like, oh my God, like that was just so beautiful. And everything that we learned there is just like positivity, and we've always been about like positivity. Even if you guys scroll down to like our old videos, like we would still, back then when we didn't have our spiritual awakening, we would talk about positivity. And then just seeing that now, just like more positivity, and you're just like, yeah, it just makes you like so peaceful. It's just teaching us how to like go back to our roots, and like how everything was supposed to be, like no government, no anti-society, pretty much just very anti-society. And that's what I've learned, and that's what we've learned during this journey, and like the journey of like following God.
We have learned so much more, and hopefully we get to bring like another video to them, and and maybe you can talk about like more things that you learned, or like how you see things differently, or just anything that you want to share with them. So we're just gonna leave it here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below.
Yeah, comment anything, like I don't know,
anything that you want to comment. We are happy to read your comments. And you can also follow Briseida on her Instagram, and you can follow me on my Snapchat. We'll leave that down below.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.